Please log in. Good morning, class. Please log in. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I cannot see the comments, so you have to message me on my phone. Okay? Good morning, all of you. Happiest morning to all of you. Good morning. Yeah. Vidya ma'am will take class tomorrow, okay? I have a little problem tomorrow, so that's why I preponed the class. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, happiest morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you all are doing fine. Keep smiling. A big smile, please. Good morning, Sandhya. Yes, yes. Okay, never mind. Okay, ready. Okay. See, today I'm going to do one problem. I'm going to make four columns and four rows, meaning I'll give you four warehouses and four destinations, okay? Or four sources and four destinations. Now, if there are four columns plus four rows, m plus n, that is 4 plus 4 is equal to 8, minus 1 is equal to 7. Now, I'm going to start a problem imaginary, and then we are going to allocate through the method of least cost. Now, after we allocate through the method of least cost, we have to see if I get, see, I said four columns, four rows, that is 8 plus 1, 4 plus 4, m plus n is 4 plus 4 minus 1. We must get 7 allocations. If we get 7 allocations, we'll use that problem and do the test of optimality. If we do not get, I'll do one more problem and then do the test of optimality. So let's get ready. Okay, all of you, we are doing solve the following transportation problem by the method of least cost and conduct the test of optimality. All right. Repeat. Solve the following transportation problem by the method of least cost and conduct the test of optimality. All right. All ready? So let us start ruling. The first column, source. Rule quickly, source. Last column, see, this is not Virgil's method. So last column, we do not require penalty. So you put supply, last column, supply. So in the middle, we'll have four destinations. I have source here, I have supply here, and destinations. I'm going to make four destinations, D1, D2, D3, D4. So we have four columns. N is equal to 4. Now going to give you four sources: S1, S2, S3, S4. So that is why there will be four rows. Rows means n. N is equal to 4. And of course, one row for requirement. Now class, you will have to rule a problem and rule again to work out. Quickly do ruling for the problem you have to work out. Because you need the raw problem no to check. So again you'll have to do. Quickly rule. Now see, I'm going to do the problem in one matrix only, unless it becomes too crowded. So you can do one matrix only. What I would say is you leave place in your book so that after some time when you want to practice, you can do many matrices. For each allocation, you can do one matrix. Leave place in your book so that for practice no you can go back and when you have left place for each allocation one matrix. Today after we work out you will know how many allocations are there, so according to the allocations leave so much place for every matrix. Okay, for practice it will be useful for you, leave place there. Okay, now I'm filling the so my this is the format, it is ready. My problem format is ready. Four sources, four destinations. All right. Now, I'm going to give cost in the columns. From in the D1 column, I'm giving 10, 11, 9 and 8. These are my costs. You may ask me, why ma'am you're not giving 20, 30 and all. See, the arithmetic is not a problem. We have to learn how to do the problem. So easy numbers means we can do it quickly. We will not get confused with or make mistakes with arithmetic and get confused with the problem. So simple numbers we will do. Okay. Next, next one you do 7, 6, 5 and 4. Okay, next you do 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, last one 11, 9, 7, 8. So I have given, these are all the costs. I have given all the costs. For example, S1 D1 is 10, S1 D2 is 7, like that. You have to know because we have to do the test of optimality. That time the costs are important for us. Now supply. I'll give simple supplies, okay? Write 40, 40, 30, 20. 40 plus 40 is 80, 100, 130. Okay? Now we'll do the requirement. Requirement, I'll give you, say you make 35, again 35, 35 and 35 is 70. Then give 70 plus 30 is 100, 30, 30, 130. So our problem is ready. I'll give you a minute to copy the problem. Now, I'm going to do the problem by the method of least cost. The least cost in the whole matrix. Here the least is 8. Next, the least is 4. So we will forget 8 and keep 4 in mind. There is no 4 here, no 4 here. So 4 is our least cost. We are going to allocate. How much shall we allocate here? It is S4D2. We allocate all the 20 units because we require 35. So as usual, we are doing the 4 things. First thing, S4D2 gets 20 units. First step. Second step, S4 supply becomes 0. Cut off 20 and put 0. Next, D2 supply becomes 15 and grand total becomes 110. So the 4 things I have done. I have given 20, gone here, struck off 20, make 0. Third step, D2, 35 became 15. Here 130 became 110. Now look at this column. The next least is 5. So there is 15 requirement here, 30 supply. So this column S3D2 will get 15 units. So S3D2 will get 15 units. And supply of S3 becomes 15. Third, D2 column requirement becomes 0 and the grand total becomes 95. So here are the four things that I did. First, because the next least was 5, I gave here 15 units. Why? Because only 15 units requirement was there. And this 15 units I took from the supply of 30 and 30 became 15. Here 110 became 95. Now let us look into the whole thing. It looks as if 6 is the least. But we cannot give to 6 because this whole D2 has become eliminated. There is no more chance of giving to D2. So for us 6 is a waste. Next least is 7. We have 1 7 in D2 which is we cannot take because D2 has 0 requirement. The next one, look here, 10, 11, 9, 8. Second one, 8 is the least. Second column, we cannot touch at all. It's over. Here 9 is the least. So still we have 8 is the least. In this column, the least is 9, but already we have lesser than that 8. So we come to this column, 11, 9, 7, 8. Okay, we have a 8, we have a 7. 7 is the least, isn't it? So we have to allocate to 7. How much? There is a supply of 15 and a requirement of 30. So S3D4 will get 15 units. And let us do that. That is S3D4 gets 15 units. First step. Second step, S3 supply becomes 0. Third step, D4 requirement becomes 15 and total becomes 80. So this is my third allocation, 15. So 15 became 0. Come down here, 30 became 15 and total became 80. All right. Now after 7, the next least is 8 here and 8 here. Which one do you want to allocate? This. To allocate here, there is 0. So there are 2 8s. The next least after 7 is 8. the 8 is on, both the 8s seem to be on S4 row. But in S4 row, the supply is 0. You know, S3 and S4 have become eliminated. So this 8 has no value for us. Next least is 9, which will be, oh my god, I made a mistake. There is a 7 here, this one. Oh no, we finished this 7, correct. So there is a 7 here, we'll go to this 7. But this 7 whole is waste, no, you cannot do anything. So we are right. We'll look at everywhere. 4 we gave, 5 we gave, 6 we cannot give because this is 0. This whole column is we cannot use, right? Then next is 8. So there are 2 8s on this row. Both 8s we cannot use because the supply is 0. The next one is 9. Okay, we'll go to the top column. There is a 9 here, there is a 9 here, and there is a 9 here. So the first one, see, there is a 9 here, guys. There is a 9 here and a 9 here. And please remember, both the 8s are on S4. S4 is 0, we cannot use. So the next one is either this 9 or this 9 or this 9. But this 9 is useless because the supply is 0. So it has to be either this 9 or this 9. We'll take the first 9. S1D3. How much is the requirement? 30. How much is the supply? 40. So we will give here. How much? 30. So S1D3 will get 30. S1 supply, strike off 40 and make it 10. And D3 becomes eliminated because it is 0. And your total becomes 50. So I have done 4 things here. I have allocated 30 here. 40 became 10. 30 became 0. And here it is 50. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 allotments. Next, the next least is 9. We can, because there is 15 here and 40 supply. So here S2D4 is my next allocation, 15 units, S2D4. So D4 becomes dummy, it is eliminated, and S2 becomes 25. Okay, S2 becomes 20, S2 becomes 25. Now the problem looks like this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allocations. Now after 9, the least one is 10. There is one 10 here, there is one 10 here. This 10 becomes useless because D3 is 0. We will use the first 10, this 10. Wait, I'll see whether there is another 9. In this first column, there is a 9. This 9, but we cannot use it. Why? Because 0. Next, whole D2 became dummy. All the 3 columns D2, D3 and D4 are dummies now because 0, 0, 0. Now we have to allocate only in this column. Least is 8. 8 I cannot allocate because this is dummy. 9 is next least. I cannot allocate because again the row is dummy. I can allocate to 10 and 11 only. The least is 10, so I am allocating here. I have to allocate 10 here from this 35. Remember, we have to do here 35. Total, grand total has become 35 now. If you see, this is 25 plus 10, 35. Here also 35. So grand total is 35. I can allocate only to D1 because only D1 has, in that 8 is the least, cannot. S4 has become 0. Next 9 is the least, cannot, because S3 has become 0. It is between 10 and 11. 10 being the smaller one, we allocate here. How much? 10 units. So S1 D1 gets 10 units. So supply S1 becomes 0 and D1 becomes 25. So the total will become for you, grand total will become 25. This is the allocation I've done. S1 D1. First step 10. Second step supply became 0. Third step 35 became 25, and here it is grand total is 25. All right. Okay, all that is left is S2 supply, which is 25, and this is 25, and this is the column S2 D1. I'm going to give 25 and finish the problem. So S2 supply becomes 0, grand total becomes 0, requirement becomes 0. So see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 allocations. So you have to write M, write down class M for mother. M is equal to 4, N is equal to 4, small m is equal to 4, small n is equal to 4, m plus n minus 1 is equal to 4 plus 4 minus 1 is equal to 7. Okay, then write capital N is equal to capital N. Next line you write capital N is equal to number of allocations is equal to 7. All right, then write next line capital N is equal to small m plus small n minus 1, small m plus small n minus 1. Therefore, the test of optimality can be done. Therefore, the test of optimality can be done. First, we will do the transportation cost because we will naturally get the occupied cells. Occupied cells means the cells where you have done allocation. Now we have 4 into 4 matrix, so we have 16 cells. Okay, for m into n, we have 16 cells. In that 7 cells are allocated. So occupied cells are 7. 16 minus 7 is 9. Unoccupied cells are 9. Alright. So first we will do transportation cost. The first column is from. First column is from. Next column is to. Next column is units. Next column is rate. And the last column is cost. So write down from, to, units, rate and cost. Remember, we have 7 allocations, so seven allocations have to come here. Okay, we will start. I will start from the first one. S1D1, 10 units at the rate of 10. So write down from S1 to D1, number of units 10, rate is 10, cost is 100. This is table of transportation cost. As I told you, when you do allocations, you have done correctly. So how you write it is our this thing. I would like to go row wise. You know why? When I got S1 D1 occupied, I know S1 D2 is not occupied. S1 D3, like that I can go. I have to have S1 D1, S1 D2, S1 D3 and S1 D4. So whenever I get occupied cell S1 D1, I know the other three are occupied or not. So here we'll go like this: S1 D1, next S1 D3, 30 units at the rate of 9. Go row wise. S1 D3, 30 units at the rate of 9. That is 270. Okay. Next, I am going to the next row. See, when I got S1 D1 and S1 D3, I know unoccupied cells are S1 D2 and S1 D4. So to make things easier, now we'll come to the next one. S2 D1, 25 units at 11. S2 D1, 25 units at the rate of 11. That should be 275, I think. Yeah, 275. So we have finished 3 allocations, 4 more to go. Okay, come here. In S2 row, you have one more. S2 D4, 15 at the rate of 9. S2 D4, 15 units at the rate of 9. 15 into 9 is 135, isn't it? 135. So we finished 4 allocations. All right. Now we'll come to the third row. We'll come to the third row. Third row you'll get S3 D2, 15 at the rate of 5. S3 D2, S3 D2, 15 at the rate of 5, that is 75. So we finished 5 allocations, we got 2 more to go. We finished S3 D2, now I'm doing S3 D4, 15 at the rate of 7. S3 D4, 15 at the rate of 7. How much is 15 into 7? 105. So 6 allocations are over. We come to the last one. Okay. The last one is S4 D2, 20 at the rate of 4, S4 D2. 20 at the rate of 4, you will get 80. Plus, you also total these units. You will get the first grand total. I am going to do it now. 10 plus 30, 40, 65, 70, 80, 95, 110, 130. So you know that your problem is verified. This is the first grand total. Supply is equal to requirement. Now do the cost. It is a verification idea to find out whether your problem is correct, whether you have taken all the allocations, so far, whether you have come properly. 100 plus 270 plus 275 plus 135 plus 75 plus 105 plus 80. 1040. Someone messaged me on my phone whether you all also got 1040. Yeah, kindly message me on my phone. Okay, Vidya. Yes, Vidya, thanks a lot, sweetheart. One minute. Okay, now we are ready. Now write down test of optimality. Test of optimality. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Test of optimality. Wait. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. For the test of optimality, what do? We write first column occupied cells. Then we write equations. Write down occupied cells. Occupied cells means the cells where we have allocated. Now I'm going to rule 7 columns, so that 7 rows, sorry, and write all the cell numbers. So make 7 rows please first. All of you rule, I need to rule. You all have lines now. 1 minute. First column you write occupied cells. And next column you write equations. Where do I get the occupied cells? From the transportation cost. So the first one is S1 D1, S2 D2, D3, etc. I'm going to write all these in the occupied cells. Write down. First one is S1 D1, Next is S1, D3. Next is S2, D1. Next is S2, D4. Next is S3, D2. Next is S3, D4. And the last one is S4, D2. See, all these cells, all this S1, D1, S1, D3 till S4, D2, I have written here. Now remember, if this one, all the S's are U's, all the D's are V's. So if it is S1, D1, you will get U1 plus V1. I repeat, S1 will be U1, D1 will be V1. So you write U1 plus V1 is equal to, now for that you have to come and see the rate. S1 D1 rate is how much? 10. So U1 plus V1 is equal to 10 is your first equation. I repeat, S1 becomes U1, D1 becomes V1. Where do you get this 10? That is what is there in the cell. The rate, you can take it from here. Alright? Now, next one is S1 D3. So U1 plus V3 is equal to, you take from your transportation cost 9. Alright? Next one is S2 D1. So it will be U2 plus V1 is equal to 11. Where am I taking 11? It is from the cell. But we have already written in the transportation cost, so you take from there. Next is S2 D4, so it will be U2 plus V4. Is equal to 9. Next is S3 D2. S3 becomes U3 plus V2 is equal to 5. S3 D4 is U3 plus V4 is equal to 7. Next is S4 D2, so U4 plus V2 is equal to 4. We will check U1 plus V1, U1 plus V3, U2 plus V1, U2 plus V4, U3 plus V2, U3 plus V4, U4 plus V2, and the numbers are 10, 9, 11, 9, 5, 7, 4. Okay. So these are our equations. Now you see this U1. U1 has come twice. So we will use U1. Yesterday I didn't get U1, that's why I used U2. So because there is a U1 has come twice, I will assume U1 is equal to 0. Assume U1 is equal to 0. Any one variable which appears more than once, it should appear at least twice, if not more. So u1 is equal to 0. First equation, u1 plus v1 is equal to 10, or 0 plus v1 is equal to 10, v1 is equal to 10. Similarly, u1 plus next equation, v3 is equal to 9. Therefore, v3 is equal to 9. Okay, we'll go to the next equation, u2 plus v1 is equal to 11. v1 is already 10, you got above. So u2 plus 10 is equal to 11. u2 is equal to 11 minus 10. u2 is equal to 1. All right, we'll go to the fourth equation. Have we got u2? Yeah. Fourth equation is u2 plus v4 is equal to 9. Just now we got u2 as 1. 1 plus v4 is equal to 9. v4 is equal to 9 minus 1, or v4 is equal to 8. Next equation, u3 plus v2, we don't have either. Next is u3 plus v4. We'll go to the sixth equation, u3 plus v4 is equal to 7. u3 plus 8 is equal to 7. u3 is equal to 7 minus 8, or u3 is equal to minus 1. Now we will go to the previous equation, u3 plus v2 is equal to 5. You have u3 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 plus v2 is equal to 5. v2 is equal to 5 plus 1. v2 is equal to 6. We'll go to the last equation, u4 plus v2. u4 plus v2 is equal to 4. u4 plus 6 is equal to 4. u4 is equal to 4 minus 6. u4 is equal to minus 2. I'll hold little far so that you can see the whole paper. Okay, so now what we have to do is, I will give you a format which is slightly different from yesterday. Slightly different, okay? What we will do is, we'll write unoccupied cell. First one, unoccupied cell. First column is unoccupied cell. Okay. Next column, we'll call it C. C means cost. Next column, we will call it U plus V. And last column, we'll call value. Value means C minus U plus V. Okay. I'll take this. Unoccupied cell is S1 D2 and cost is 7. S1 D2 cost is 7. We will just fill these columns first. Okay. Next one. This is over. We'll go row wise. S1 D4. And that is 11. Remember, so far we worked with occupied cells. For the final test, it has to be unoccupied cells. Remember, seven, 7 allocations out of 16. So 16 minus 7, 9. We must get 9 rows now. So we finished the first row, second row, S2, D2. S2, D2, and this thing cost is 6. So I got 3 so far. So I'll go to my first matrix, S2, D3. And cost is 10. So we got 4 unoccupied cells. We have 5 more to go. Okay. We will come to second row is over. We come to the third row, S3, D1 and 9. S3, D1, 9. So I got 5 unoccupied cells. I have to get 4 more. S3, D1 is over. S3, D3, 11. That makes 6 unoccupied cells. 3 more unoccupied cells to go. So the last one was S3, D3. Yeah, this is occupied. So S4 D1, S4 D1 and 8. Two more unoccupied cells. S4 D3, S4 D3, that is 12. And the last one is S4 D4. S4 D4, and that is 8. So this is the final one. I will read again. You see, check your matrix. The first one is unoccupied is S1 D2 7. Next one is I am reading from this one. So you just check whether we have done correctly. I repeat, the first one is S1 D2 7. Next one is S1 D4 11. Next, in the S2 row, S2 D2 6. Next, S2 D3 10. Next, S3 D1 9. S3 D3 11. Next is S4 D1 8. Next is S4 D3 12. And the last one is S4 D4 8. Yeah, so we have this correct. Now all the S's will become U's, all the D's will become V's. So S1 D2 means U1 plus V2. U1 plus V2. Right. We will fill it later. Just write U1 plus V2. Similarly, here you write U1 plus V4 is equal to, next, U2 plus V2 is equal to, next, U2 plus V3 is equal to, next, U3 plus V1 is equal to, then U3 plus V3 is equal to, next, U4 plus V1 is equal to, next, U4 plus V3 is equal to, next, U4 plus V4 is equal to. Now I have just written values like this. I am going to find out and write now. It is very easy. If it is S3D3, it is U3 and V3. S3D1 means U3 and V1. S2 means U2. D3 means V3. So now I will fill. Okay. U1 is 0. V2 is 6. So the first one will become 6. And I am getting 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. U1 is 0. V2 is 6. So 0 plus 6 is 6. This is the 7. 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. Next one, U1. U1 is 0 plus V4. V4 is 8. So you will get 11 minus 8 is equal to 3. Next we'll look for U2. U2 is 1. V2 is 6. u2 is 1. 1 plus v2 is 6 is equal to 7. Next time we'll make this column bigger, okay? 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. So you will get 6 minus 7 is equal to minus 1. I'm in class. Is it urgent?
Yeah, I'm Madhini from Reva. Nothing urgent.
Call me later. Okay? 6 minus 7 is equal to minus 1. Next, u2 plus v2. u2 is 1. v2 is 6. You will get 7. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. Next, u3 plus v1. u3 is minus 1 plus v1 is 10. So minus 1 and 10 is 9. So 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Next it is u3 plus v2. u3 is minus 1. No, u3 plus v3. u3 is minus 1. v3 is 9. Minus 1 plus 9 is 8. So 11 minus 8 is equal to 3. Next one, u4 plus v1. u4 is minus 2. v1 is 10. So you'll get 8. 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. Next is u4 plus v3. u4 is minus 2. v3 is 9. So you will get 7. 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. Last one is u4. u4 is minus 2 plus v4. v4 is 8. You will get 6. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So our problem gets finished now. As you can see, guys, there is a negative 1. Others are all positive or 0. You should not get a negative 1. Since you get an answer of minus 1 in the value, the test of the solution we got is not optimal. Write down, since we got a negative value, you should get 0. Actually, you must get 0 or positive. Since we got a negative value, the solution is not optimal. Class, now listen carefully. I will just go through the problem. The first one was this. Now we got 7 allocations. Capital N is equal to number of allocations is equal to 7. Count the number of columns. You have 4 columns and you have 4 rows. So M is equal to 4 columns, that is M is equal to columns is equal to 4, plus N is equal to rows is equal to 4. Columns plus rows minus 1, that is M plus N minus 1, that is 4 plus 4 minus 1 is equal to 7. So number of allocations is equal to M plus N minus 1. Therefore, we can do the optimality test. But first we will do the transportation cost. We did the transportation cost. When the transportation cost, you got all these cells. These cells are the allotted cells or the occupied cells. Okay. So next what you did is you took the occupied cells. You wrote the occupied cells, and every S becomes U, every D becomes V. So if it is S1, it is U1. If it is D1, it is V1. Similarly, this will be S1 will be U1, D3 will become V3. How did I get these numbers? That was the cost in the cell. See, in this you have no rate which you copied from the first matrix. That same thing we copied. So I made equations like this. Now in these equations, we have to solve these equations. How to solve the equations? Take any one variable which appears more than once. Alright. So we will take here, see this u1 has appeared twice. Any one, you can take u2 also, but it is, yesterday I took u2 because I got only one u1. Okay. Yesterday's problem, I got u1 only once. So if I do that, I will not be able to solve the rest of the equations. It has to appear at least twice. If it appears more, fine for us, better only. It's easier. So I took u2 yesterday. Today u1 itself is there, so I am taking u1. u1, it has appeared twice. So I take u1 as 0. So here it is. The next I worked out this one. I assumed u1 is equal to 0. So u1 plus v1 is 10. That is the first equation. u1 is already 0, so v1 will become 10. Similarly, u1 plus v3 was 9. Since u1 is 0, v3 became 9. So similarly, I worked out, I got v1 here. So I took an equation which had v1 here. So since I knew v1, I got u2. Similarly, I got u2, no? So I substituted u2 and got v4. In the next one, since I knew v4, I got u3. Next, since I got u3, I took u3 plus v2 and got v2. Similarly, since I knew v2, I got u4. So I got all the values that were in the equation. Last what I did is I took the unoccupied cells. You know, unoccupied cells means where the allocation was not done. See, we had 4 columns and 4 rows. 4 into 4, 16. We got 7 allocations. So here we must get 9 unoccupied cells. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you are sure that you have done complete problem. 16 minus allocation, 7 allocations, 7 occupied cells. So here 9 unoccupied cells you must get. This cost is straight away from the problem. Whatever is the cost in the cell, I have put here. Here for every S, it becomes U. For every D, it becomes V. So if it is S1, it becomes U1. If it is D2, it becomes V2. So I found out these values I got before, no, same thing. So I wrote the values here, and then this one minus what you are getting here. See, C minus U plus V, and we did this thing. In this, you have one negative. This negative will not do. You have to get only positive or 0. If you get only positive and 0, your problem solution is optimal. Otherwise, it is not optimal. So your answer is, since in the values we get one negative value, the above solution is not optimal. This is what you must write. In my next class on Tuesday, I will do one more problem until you tell me you understand. Alright, it is very simple. Follow the procedure. Okay. Bye class. Take care. Love you all, and stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, be cheerful. Okay, our MBA department is a strong department because my students are strong and healthy. Okay, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. I'll see you next week on my next class. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.